Take one. I don't know how long we're gonna have, so I'm going to... Oh, I need to talk quietly. In the previous video, you might remember that the idea was to take it up on the 1st, and that did not happen. What a surprise. I mean, being late is the one thing you can kind of count on this channel. I've gotten used to it, so it doesn't really mean much to me anymore. I mean, this is my hobby, so... Anyway, I thought I'd just make a video kind of explaining what happened, and, you know, a little bit more about the events leading up to what happened. So, I was over with my family over the holidays, and I was able to get some stuff done up there because it was busy, but I had a laptop with me, so I was able to take some of the work with me, which was nice. Speaking of my family, for some reason, and this is the first time it ever happened, so that's why I'm a bit surprised about it, out of nowhere, they just kind of decided that on New Year's, we were all gonna go out and karaoke. You know, do the karaoke. I mean, I enjoyed myself. It's not as though I didn't want to do it. It's just, that's not something they've ever done, you know? So maybe it's that kind of jovial mood since I was back in town, but I don't know. It was weird. It kind of felt very out of character. But, I mean, New Year's Eve. The problem, obviously, was I actually had to leave on the 1st to go back to where I'm staying. And when I got back, the internet was down, so I couldn't really do anything. Because I was the one who was compiling the video. That's the main source of problems, honestly. You Gotta can do her own videos, but it's not very often that anyone else does. It tends to be me that compiles these things. So when I'm offline, I can't really do anything. Oh, I mean, that's obvious, but what happened... Well, maybe I should go back even further, since this is just going to be a story video. So, if you guys remember, when was that? The Spitty Man video. That is my phone. That phone call, actually, was one that I had been waiting on. I did not expect to get it at that time. And that phone call actually was my go-ahead to move to this new location for occupational purposes. So, when I got down here, you know, I got cheap housing, because cheap housing is the way to live. You know, you don't have all that much money. Most people don't have all that much money. And you do what you can. So I ended up getting this cheap housing that kind of has a bad internet situation, let's call it that. The providers here aren't all that great, but it's this weird contract kind of thing where me and all these other people in this complex don't really have much of a choice as to, you know, who we're dealing with. And so they can just kind of cut it off when they want to cut it off. And yeah, it happens every now and then. And then you have to wait for someone to do something about it. So, not exactly the best of situations. But I can't complain too much. I mean, it's cheap rent compared comparatively to the other places in the area. Though I do have a lot of contact with my neighbors. I mean, we're kind of in like these one-room apartment things. If you think of, okay, people who know hostels, right? If you know what a hostel is. For people who don't know what a hostel is, because it's not that big a thing outside of, let's say, the trendy crowd these days, I think. I don't know, I've not been traveling in a while. Anyway, so hotels are, you know, you pay, what, like $100+ a night or something, and you might get a kitchen, but you get a room to yourself. And everyone's kind of like that. A hostel is, you kind of get a room, an apartment thing, but it tends to be for, let's say, longer purposes. And so there is generally like this living quarters that everyone has for cooking, living room kind of a thing. Public quarters, let's call it that. It's honestly kind of like a commune, I guess. I mean, I'm not a fan of communism, and I've had quite a few people steal my stuff here. When you live in a commune, you have to appropriate. It's the only way to get anything done. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. So, we all basically have to share this kitchen and living area kind of thing. And so I have a lot of contact with these guys around. And I mean, they're generally nice, but they can be a pain at times. I forget what my point even was at this. Well, whatever. So that was why the video was late. And then I thought, you know, it would actually be interesting to try and make a video about what I can do, as in making videos, when the internet's down, you know, like just what I can make. So that's my attempt here. I'm not actually grabbing anything from the net this time. Most all the videos that I make are highly based upon my ability to grab things I need off the net, because I don't keep trash files if I don't have to, and so a lot of times these videos, you know, I'm getting like 10 gigs of stuff, and that's not an exaggeration. A lot of these things end up being like 10 gigs of assets, and I can't store it. I don't want to store it. It's just a bunch of trash most of the time, so I have to get rid of it, and I just get it for the next video if I need the same thing. But when I don't have access to the net, you know, it's limited to what I can get from my computer, so I thought I'd give that a try. I'm enjoying myself down here, though. I mean, as much as I make it sound like it's a pain, it's a lot of fun. And the people that I'm with are my neighbors and things. They're nice. I have no problem with them. We've had some good times. They can be loud, but then again, I could be loud. I mean, I have a tendency to start singing and playing bass and stuff like that, so, I mean, they have to deal with that. I have to deal with them. It's just one of those things. But when the internet did go down for us, we had to, you know, spend a little bit of time thinking, okay, what are we gonna do now? Because a lot of us, let me rephrase, they don't have much that they can do when there's no internet. I mean, I have a lot of stuff on storage, data storage, because I'm a believer in hard copy. But, so I played a lot of anime for them. It kind of seemed like they liked it. I don't know. I cook. I mean, that's the one thing that I really do is I cook. Speaking of which... So, okay. You know how I actually claim that I'm a pretty good cook? I think I am. They seem to think that I am. But, I have a really bad time when it comes to pre-baked stuff. You know, like, it's just put this out of a box, throw it in an oven or a microwave or something, and you're supposed to see good results. Yeah, that doesn't really happen to me. Okay. Well, I have to back up with a lot of these stories, don't I? Okay, so first things first. You know that dreaded disease that everyone talks about these days? Yeah, I got it. I had it. Oh no! Horrors! Actually, it was really no big deal. I mean, for as much as it's thrown the global economy into a bit of a spiral, it was just maybe a fever for a day. And I lost my sense of smell. That's the main thing. I'm still trying to recover that. But due to that, I have no idea when to judge something is done by way of smell. And, you know, when these things are, you know, put in an oven and forget until it's done, that can be a bit of a problem. So, there was one night when we were all kind of wandering around and having fun together. And, I thought, I'll do something nice. So I got all these pre-baked kind of cookie things. You know, you just grab a tray and you dump them in the oven. Oh, that turned out badly. I couldn't smell, so I still can't smell. So I had no idea when to judge these things as being done. So, it got really burnt. These cookies, you know, they went from being like this great expectation to expensive charcoal bricks. But they were slightly sweet charcoal bricks. And I paid for them, so there was no way I was not eating them. They went well enough with coffee. Anything goes well with coffee. As long as I have my coffee, I'm fine. Generally. I had to go get more coffee here recently. I've been out for a few days, and it was getting on my nerves. Thankfully, I'm not addicted. I have a brother. He's addicted. He is addicted to that coffee. And I kind of feel bad for him. Then again, my mother is too. That's just the way life is. You know, you try not to be addicted to things. At least that's the way I try. I try not to be addicted to things because it gets expensive if you have to rely upon it. Oh, another thing. I mean, if it was bad enough already that we've got, let's say, internet that comes and goes over here, depending on the will of the carrier. Thank you, our benevolent carrier, for actually having this up at the time. But if that wasn't bad enough, you know, the wiring in the complex here is awful. I mean, I realize why it's so cheap on the rent now, because the wiring is a mess in this place. The bathroom that I have is on the fritz. You know, like, I don't know I'm not an electrician, so I don't know what's up with it. But, there's no power to the switches. So, or let's say there's spotty power to the switches. So, turn on when it wants to turn on, it'll turn off when it wants to turn off. So, you know, I don't bother now. I'd rather have no light at all than have light, than get night blind as soon as the thing dies. So I've been feeling a whole lot more vampiric of late because, you know, I'm taking showers in the dark. I just need tomato juice. Yeah, drinking tomato juice in a shower in the dark. That sounds like some kind of weird Rule 34 thing. So I'm sure it's somewhere online. This is gonna sound a bit random, but it came up recently while the net was down over on my side of the globe. I really don't like ketchup. I know that's gonna sound like a strange thing to bring up, but ketchup sucks. You know, I'm talking about the tomato ketchup that you normally see. You know, the American ketchup stuff. I mean, banana ketchup? That's pretty good. It's got a lot of food coloring, but it's pretty good. I'm bringing it up because a lot of my neighbors, you know, they're like addicts on ketchup. They put it on like fried eggs and stuff. You know, I'm thinking, after going to Australia, you know, I can't have, I mean, the only thing I really put on eggs now is beets. Like, those are good on eggs. Now, I know someone's gonna be going, what are you talking about? In Australia, they have a Burger King. They call it Hungry Jack's or something like that. They have a burger there. Strictly Australian burger. I forget it might be like the Hungry Jack. I don't remember the name. Either or. Rather than pickles, they put beets on it. And for some reason, they put an egg on it. So a fried egg, beets on a burger. It's really good. It is really good. It's probably one of the best burgers I've had. Anyway, so I started doing that. I started putting just, you know, beets with my eggs. Either that or a red egg. And a red egg is when I put turmeric in the egg, in the fried egg. It makes it red. It's really good. But, I mean, beets. I've never tried beets and red egg. That might be good too. I don't know, but either or. You know, that's what you do. You try and spice your food. You know, not condimentize it or condimentize. Don't put ketchup on it. Ketchup sucks. I don't know. I don't like it. Well, anyway, about the new year. After all the work we did, I mean, obviously, we didn't actually change anything because it just didn't look good. But I thought I'd make a good documentary to put it up on the channel anyway. We are going to do the new trailer. Because I need a new trailer for all the new people that we got. I mean, if you noticed, we do have, let's say, the odd one-off person that comes every now and then. I'm not talking about Pony, I'm talking about, you know, some of our friends that we just managed to convince to get on a video. Oh yeah, Jay-chan. That's, Yugata's friend? Might become a more active member here, actually. I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna do it yet, but it's likely. If you're watching this, Jay-chan, then hey. Hi. I'd like to be on a video with you some point. I mean, I know you like Yugata and all that, but it's getting worse. It's day 15, I think. And I've still got... They're getting suspicious. I think they can smell the data on my discs in here from outside. I don't know, but I went ahead and did a bit more barricading to the doors, so we might be good. I don't know. I'm getting concerned. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I have a bat, but I mean, it's a bat. You know, it's not gonna hold off everyone. So, I don't know. I'm recording this if this does happen to be, you know, my epilogue. I thought it'd be nice to share with the world what exactly happened here. Let everyone know, you know, the truth, and maybe this won't happen again in the future. I can be the solution or something. I don't, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, so I don't know. I'm rambling because I'm a bit scared here. Something I thankfully managed to keep. You remember that button from the soundbite thing that I found? Wow.
It just keeps giving.
Neymiş lan?
What language even is that? I downloaded the actual button. Turns out it's transparent, so you can put whatever color you want in it. And I figure, you know, this would make a good channel logo, since the other one was a bomb. I just need to, you know, figure out what color I want to put in it. And what to say. I honestly do enjoy GIMP. GIMP's a really good program. It might, look a bit elementary, I guess, and in a sense, it is. It's not made for, it's nothing like, say, Photoshop, but Photoshop is expensive, and this is a good equivalent for people that don't need the heavy lifting. And I don't need that heavy lifting. Not anymore, anyway. I used to when I was more of an animator, but I don't really do that anymore. I still don't make a video about that, don't I? It's not gonna be this one. That looks like Prussian blue. Ooh, that's pretty. A bit more electric than I expected. Guess it didn't go Prussian enough. That's nice. That's nice. Might be cobalt. I don't know. Either or, I like it. Actually, that's true. A lot of people use the dark mode, don't they? I bet a lot of you cringe at the fact that I still use the light. I mean, the internet's always been white in basically all the pages. I just remember, you know, RGB safe text and white and black, but you know, the whole dark mode is a new thing to me. I never really bothered. I don't know, I'll try it. I mean, it's a concept. If it doesn't look good, it's no real waste to me. I always believed in pulling off everything you could from the net in case something like this did happen, but looks like it's gonna bite me now. I mean, I didn't expect to have a volley of people that are hungry, you know? I really need to think up some really good last words, you know? Like, what is it? There's that, dude who did the last words in the Atomic movie back in the 60s. It was like, I dreamt of a bullfighter or something, you know? Okay, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. There was a cool movie about atomic war in the 60s. Yeah, it started off with this dude who was talking about a dream he had about like a bullfighter, and it kind of became like an analogy of, or an allegory of like the actual film. It was cool. It was cool. I want something like that, but I can't think of anything. You guys, like, I remember my childhood and how it relates to now. I don't know how that means anything. I got nothing. I feel so sad.